Our first author today is Miisha Clemons, and she's going to be reading from her children's book. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute her and let her take it away.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Miisha Clemons, and I am the author of Twice the Love Under Two Roofs. This is a children's book that I wrote based upon my experience as I have been co-parenting for about 8 years. So, it just kind of came upon me. It's like, record what you do day to day, or document your co-parenting relationship, or just inspire someone else who may be having trouble with their co-parenting situation, just to show them different ways and aspects that you could have a positive relationship with your ex, and be able to display that in front of your child or children as well. So it's important for me to write this book. Again, this book is a children's book, but however, a good children's book always has a good lesson and a good message. And it's very helpful for adults, especially if you are struggling with your co-parenting relationship. So today, I am not actually going to read the story, but I'm going to read the note to the teachers and counselors and parents, because I feel that is very important, just to set the stage for the children's book, Twice the Love Under Two Roofs. So again, I'm going to read the note and the note to the parents, and also just to give you a quick overview of my book. It's about the story is about positive co-parenting told from the perspective of a little boy. So this little boy is detailing all of the fun things he has to do with his dad, and all of the fun things he does with his mom, and also how they can come together to co-parent, and basically just be a great example of, things didn't work out, but we can still be civil and peaceful and remain a team for our child or our children. So it's an awesome book. I hope you check it out. Again, my name is Miisha Clemons, and my website is also www.miisha, M-I-I-S-H-A, Clemons, C-L-E-M-O-N-S.com, MiishaClemons.com. So I hope you can check it out. And maybe if you know someone who's in this situation, that you can share the book with them as well. Again, it's Twice the Love Under Two Roofs. And the note to the parents and teachers and counselors goes as follows. Although the dynamics of the family have changed, that doesn't mean communication and responsibility for raising our children has to change. It is my belief that as parents, we should be able to co-parent and communicate in a manner that ensures the happiness of the child or children. Twice the Love Under Two Roofs highlights the positive aspects of having two of everything, most importantly, love. This book was written to share what it's like living under two roofs. Twice the Love Under Two Roofs displays children as the priority and emphasizes knowing that there's always twice the love of parents, regardless of the living arrangements. Contrary to societal perceptions, co-parenting does not have to be challenging or difficult. I'll say it again. It doesn't have to be difficult or challenging. It is simply about helping the children transition between homes and regularly communicating with the other parent about the child or children's needs. Twice the Love Under Two Roofs also serves as a guide for parents on how to be helpful and practical by giving examples on how to keep the child engaged in activities and teaching them the balance between households. Twice the Love Under Two Roofs acknowledges that some children may feel different from others because they live in two homes and their parents are separated. It also touches on the fact that being different isn't necessarily a bad thing and how it can be managed. The ultimate goal of the parents is to make the lives of the child or children paramount over everything else, to make them feel special and safe despite the situation, because ultimately our children are watching us, so we need to set a healthy example of parental interaction for their sake. Happy co-parenting. Thank you.
Great. So I did type in the chat box so that if anyone has any questions or comments, they can go ahead and ask them there. So let us know if there's anything that you wanted to ask about the book or about the writing experience. And we'll give it just a second to see if anything comes in.
Sure.
While we're waiting, did you want to say anything further about your work in general, your writing process for this? Anything you want folks to know?
Sure. Well, this book is everything to me. I didn't realize how many people it touched and how many people actually are co-parenting, and how many blended families there are and different things like that. It's really amazing that, something as simple as me sharing my story inspire others to share theirs and to also make changes in their life as well. It was just important also for me to, again, because it's my story, obviously I wanted to reflect my family and our culture as well. It's so important to have representation and just to show and display, a family of color, an African American family who is united to also, co-parent and share a good experience despite, what society or what the media may portray otherwise. So there's different layers to how I constructed my book and the purpose of it too. Oh, I'm sorry, did someone have a question? I saw it pop in the chat.
Yeah, we do have a question that came in.
Sure.
JR says, love this. It is so important to show different family dynamics. Did you do the illustrations for your story as well?
Thank you so much. And I actually found an author. I'm the author. I found an illustrator. Um, and I can share just a few of the photos here. Um, so right here, this is the mom and son walking in the store, and the child is admiring the other family because there are, two parents and the child. So um, in the beginning of my reading, when I stated that sometimes children feel so different, you know, this book is a teaching moment. So it's, yes, honey, mom and dad are there or whatever the case is, but you still make the child feel special. Even though he might not have that dynamic, you make the child feel special. So in my illustrations, I try to capture different scenes, um, just to highlight different scenarios that could happen. And yes, I did locate an illustrator. Her name is Jasmine Mills, and she did an excellent job. And here's another photo as well. And the child is in the classroom looking at the parents drop off the other child to school. And so for me, the writing process was pretty simple, simply because it's my story. Also, I try to capture other elements of, what other people might experience and keep it on the positive side to show this is what we can do. It's not about us, it's about the kids. Everything I do in this co-parenting relationship has nothing to do with me. And that's what I want to convey to the parents. It's like we have to be healthy, whole, and sane, very sane, so we can, do the best for our children. And we're the role model, we're the example. Yes, I do. I do.
So, yep, the question was, do you have another book in the works? Can you tell us anything about it?
Yes. So my next book is called In My Backpack, and it's a story about Elijah, who is the oldest child. And he has a lot of responsibilities because his mother's a single parent and she works a lot. She works overnight at a diner. And so the grandmother also comes to help out at night when she leaves for work. And so basically, the story is detailing about a child with a lot of responsibility and helping raise basically his younger siblings. And so the turning point in the story is the mother gets a better job. She makes lifestyle changes so she can take the burden off of her oldest son because she didn't desire that. But sometimes in situations, people kind of help out and fill in a gap just to, support the family. So that's my next book in my backpack. Elijah's Big Responsibility.
Wonderful. Can you tell us where people can get any of your books? Do you have any others aside from Twice the Love Under Two Roofs and then your upcoming?
Nope, this is my first book, Twice the Love Under Two Roofs. It's available on Amazon, and in my backpack will be released sometime in December this year. It'll be available on Amazon as well. Also on my website, MiishaClemons.com. And I'm still writing. There's plenty more to come. I'm just excited for the process, and just keep looking out for me. I'm here.
And we
Thank you
got a
so much.
congrats on your first book. Yeah. Any parting words? Anything else you want to let folks know about before we move on to the next author?
I always give this tip, when you're writing, don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes when you start writing, you're like, I don't know if this is a good idea or if this is appropriate. Do not throw anything away. Keep all of your work because you never know when that piece of information might be useful for a different book or a different part of the book, or you might come back to it later and just kind of like rephrase or, make adjustments to make it fit better in the story. So again, when you're writing, don't throw anything away. Everything's valuable, everything's relevant. Just keep it to the side for the appropriate time. And again, I'm Miisha Clemons. My website is MiishaClemons.com. I'm also on Facebook, Miisha M. Clemons, and on Instagram, Miisha M. Clemons.
Thanks, Miisha. Feel free to type all of that information in the chat so that folks can get a hold of you. We have a comment. Thanks so much for sharing. Your message is so important and positive. I love that your illustrations are inclusive.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Hey, everyone has this story, so I want to make sure to include everyone. It's important.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. So, yep, go ahead and type in any place that people can get a hold of you in the chat box. We are also recording this, so this will be available on Slover Library's social media and website afterward once we get everything edited. So, if you missed anything or you wanted to watch again, feel free to do that, everyone. Thank you so much, Miisha.